Right, good morning, Zerky fans. This is a follow-up post to point out an error that I made in my previous post when I was talking about a camera taking 10 trillion frames per second and a laser firing a light that would travel 2 meters and 99 centimeters in 100 millionths of a second. There's two numbers, first of all, that we really need to make sure that we're on the money with, okay? That's my workings out from last night. So we've got 10 trillion frames per second, right? And we've got that's frames per second. And then we've got the time it takes light to travel 2 meters 99. So we've got it's 100 millionths of a second, right? So we've got 100 millionths of a second. A second for that laser light, or any light, according to them, to travel 2 meters 99 centimeters plus the 792 micrometers or whatever it is at the end. Let's not worry about those little numbers. Right. How do we know that it takes light 100 millionths of a second to travel 2 meters 99 centimeters? Alexa, what's 2 meters and 99 centimeters multiplied by 100 million?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
She does this, right? She does this. Alexa, what's 2.99 meters multiplied by 100 million?
2.99 meters times 100 million is 299,000 kilometers.
Right, 299,000 kilometers. If I had said the 0.792, we would have had 299,792 at the end of it, okay? Now that is light. So light travels 299,792 kilometers per second. If we divide that by 100 million, we get 2 meters and 99 centimeters. So that one, slam dunk, okay? It takes light 100 millionth of a second to travel 2 meters and 99 centimeters. That's if light travels at 299,792 kilometers per second. Now we've got the 10 trillion frames per second. At 10 trillion frames per second, the camera should capture this 100 millionth of a second 100,000 times. Okay? Alexa, what is 100 million multiplied by 100,000?
100 million times 100,000 is 10 trillion.
Right? 10 trillion. So 100 millionths of a second will be, in 1 second, 100,000 times. Therefore, a camera that shoots 10 trillion frames per second should capture this 100,000 times. So, my error was, I was saying that the camera would have fired off 9,999,900,000,000 frames in the time it took the laser to reach that camera, okay? So what we've got a camera right? This all singing, all dancing camera, and we've got a laser over here, and I'm saying that if this is true about this camera that could spurt off 10 trillion frames per second, all right, if we wired them both up together onto a switch so that the camera started its frames per second at the very same time as this laser went on, turned on, it should take 100,000 frames in the time it takes the laser light to travel 2 meters and 99 centimeters and the 792 micrometers, right? Therefore, if you wire them up and you went bang, right? It's all over in a second. No, it's not. It's all over in 100 millionths of a second. But the camera should take 100,000 frames in that 100 millionths of a second, right? So you would have 100,000 frames from when this light turned on and traveled the distance of 200 or 2.99 meters. So you should see, it's ridiculous, it's just thoughts of it. You should see, now this is the crazy thing. They say that if the sun turned off, right, and we were looking at it, it would take 8 minutes and 20 seconds before we realized. Look, these claims, right, this is about common sense. So on the opposite side of that coin, if the sun were off and we were facing exactly where the sun was and it turned back on, they are saying that you would not see anything for 8 minutes and 20 seconds because that is how long it takes for the light to reach us. And that is at 4.6 seconds each sun diameter. There are 108 sun diameters in between us and the sun. Now listen, you would see the sun immediately, right? There is no travel time. So when you came to this, what they're saying is this could be taking 100,000 frames in that 100 millionth of a second, but you wouldn't see any laser light whatsoever until it was right up to here. Then the camera would pick it up. What they're saying is you wouldn't see the light 2.99 meters away immediately. No. You would have to wait for that time to pass because that is how long it takes the light to travel. Right? Now, listen, it's ridiculous. The sun is only 108 diameters of itself away from planet Earth. 108 is nothing, right? How are people falling for this? How do you think you would not see the sun for 8 minutes and 20 seconds if it suddenly turned on from off? And how on earth are people falling for this? It would take us 8 minutes and 20 seconds to know that the sun had turned off suddenly. Listen, there is no light without a source. Light is absolute. It's not a measurable quantity, but they are telling people that it is. I am fucking standing here saying it is not a measurable quantity. Light is just light. It's the same as somebody saying, oh, I can time your eyesight. I can time how long it takes your eyesight to reach the moon, or to reach the sun, or to reach Proxima Centauri. No, you can't. If I go outside at night and Proxima's in the sky, I go bang, and my eyesight has just travelled. Look, they say it's 4.2 light years. There is no such thing as a light year. Light from a source will reach you immediately. Bang! It's on or it's off, right? It's not a case of a light goes on and it doesn't reach you straight away because it's at such a distance that you have to hang about and wait for it to appear. Bang! No, it's not like that at all. Light will reach you instantly. If it doesn't reach you instantly, you're out of range for seeing that light. It's common sense. All of this stuff about oh, it's taken 13.8 billion for this light to reach us. And this star's light has taken 100,000 years. Yada, yada, yada. No, no. Light will reach you instantly from a source, or it doesn't reach you at all. The end, right? How many times this has been drummed into people for so long, so often, right? This torch, right, can be seen at about 15 kilometers, right? If there is somebody 16 kilometers away, he'd be like, I can't see it. The guy at 15 kilometers is going, yeah, I can just about make out you're shining it. There would be a delay, right? I wouldn't go like this, and then a split second later he goes, oh, did you just go to the left? And then, did you just go? It's instant. You're going left and right. It's instant. If he's going to see it, he sees it immediately. There's no travel time. So the guy at 15 kilometers can just about see the light. The guy at 16 kilometers, he can't see it. It's too far away. Right here, right now, this moment in time. When is light from this flashlight going to travel that extra kilometer so that the guy at 16 Ks can see it? It's illogical, right? It's the same with stars. People don't like this comparison. Oh, you're comparing a star to a flashlight. It's wrong. It's not wrong. It's the concept. A star will radiate its light instantly. This could be a star in the night sky. Bang! You see it immediately, or you don't see it at all. It doesn't. There is no star in the night sky that is at a distance that it lit up, and it then took a year of its light traveling for us to see it in the night sky. It's insane. You see them where they are. You see the light, the source. Instantly, if Proxima Centauri went out when you were looking at it, it disappears right in front of your very eyes. And if it came back on, it would appear right in front of your very eyes. There is no time delay. Proxima Centauri doesn't, if it was off, or let's say another star, exactly the same luminosity, right, same size as Proxima Centauri, appeared by chance right next to Proxima Centauri, just as you're looking at it with the naked eye, you would see it immediately. It wouldn't be sat next to Proxima Centauri and you look up at Proxima and you not see the star that's next to Proxima. It's not taking it 4.2 years for its light to reach you. So you go out in 4.2 years and then look up and go, oh, that wasn't there yesterday. It doesn't work like that. Again, this is common sense. If you're looking up at Proxima Centauri and another star, exact same size luminosity as Proxima, appeared right next to, or just over there, to Proxima, as you're looking in the sky, you see it, bang, like that. Because light doesn't travel. It kind of does, because it has to reach us from Proxima, but the speed is incomprehensible. It travels at the same speed as our eyesight. Can we not see this, right? You can go outside and look at, what's that one? 16,000 light years, Cassiopeia, right? If you know where you're looking, you can step out in the night, on a clear night. If you know where Cassiopeia is, they say it's 16,000 light years. There is no such thing as a light year, right? It does not take light any time to travel any distance because it's absolute. Boom! Right? So, this light travel without a source? No, it doesn't. If the sun goes out, we're plunged into darkness in a heartbeat. It's all one thing, right? It doesn't go, and it definitely does not take the sun 4.6 seconds to radiate light, the distance of its diameter, for crying out loud. The amount of light, it all depends on the power, the luminosity of the light source as to how far it's going to radiate in an instant. That is kind of light explained. That's it in a nutshell, right? It all depends on the luminosity of the light source. If it's powerful enough to reach you, bang, you see it instantly. Don't think that you're going to sit down there and wait for light because it's traveling through the ether or whatever medium they choose. It's no. I stand by this slam dunk. And the more you look into it, the more you realize that there is no calculation that proves that light travels at 299,792,458 meters per second. And if there is a claim that it does, then where is the specific calculation? These are specific numbers, for crying out loud. This isn't something that's just been pulled out of the air by chance, right? This is a specific number. 299,792,458 meters per second. This is what they are saying. Now, how did we get to here? People, there's so many presumptions about this. Everybody just presumes. Oh, we know it's been worked out. No. The amount of things that rely on the speed of light. No. Over and over. GPS. How did GPS work? Listen, I'm not saying that I know exactly how GPS works. What I am saying is light is absolute, right? And there is no evidence to the contrary. In fact, all of the evidence is for absolute light. And the biggest smoking gun you're going to get is a star taking 4.6 seconds to radiate its own light, the distance of its own diameter, when it is in fact absolute. It does not matter what the size of the light source is. Nothing takes 4.6 seconds to radiate its own light, the distance of its diameter. Okay? And just for the record, UY Scooty, according to the speed of light, would be sat in its own light, radiating like dirty bath water for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Because with a diameter of 2.377 billion kilometers, that is how long it would take for light to radiate that distance. 2 hours and 12 minutes, guys. And then we've got that other Stevenson 218 that's close to 3 billion kilometers in diameter. This is what they tell us, right? A light source will radiate its light to wherever it's going in a heartbeat, right? If you cannot see it, it's because you are out of range of that actual light source. It's not going to catch up with you the next day. That is light in a nutshell. All of the rest of it, including relativity, because relativity, it relies on a finite speed of light. There is no evidence for it. The Romer claims, the Fizeau claims, the Maxwell claims, the Bradley claims, all of it, if you look at it very closely, they are horseradish. I don't know what else to say. So this is me coming clean with a mistake I made, right? I implied that the camera would have taken 9,999,900,000,000 frames per second by the time the light had traveled 2 meters and 99. That was wrong. It takes light 100 millionths of a second to travel 2 meters 99, right? In that time, a camera that takes 10 trillion frames per second will have taken 100,000 frames. That is a fact. Seriously. 10 trillion frames per second. Ready? That's the sound of magic. All right, peeps. Have a great weekend. Later.